Hey, it's Brianna for Triumphant Tuesdays. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever, which is weird because it's only been a week. But today I'm going to be answering Jen's question. It's, what are you most proud of about your recovery? How does your pride, your strength, your resolve to really own your recovery help you move forward? That's a really good one. And I was trying to think of an answer, and I don't know, it's kind of a weird answer, but we're just going to go with it. But what recovery has really taught me is how to accept struggle. And just because you've struggled with something 50 bazillion times doesn't mean you should give up on it. Like, lately I've been struggling with eating disorder thoughts for the first time in 4 years, and I'm kind of freaked out, honestly. Which is like, what am I going to do? Oh my gosh, like, this can't be happening. Like, I'm not supposed to possibly relapse. Like, what? Sorry, that's just my brain going really fast. But basically, I didn't know what to do at all, and it was really scary. But it doesn't have to be. Like, I already know what to do. You just pick up where you left off. And yeah, like, it sucks to have thoughts going through my head, but I'm doing the right thing. I'm overcoming it. And I think one of the reasons I'm overcoming it is that I'm not catastrophizing and I'm not freaking out so much. I realize that it's going to be okay, and I've, talked to my therapist about my crazy life and how stressful it is and how I'm always super tired because of my job and things like that. But, I'm not freaking out and moving forward, and, accepting that I'm struggling right now is a really good thing. It's giving me strength to move forward because I realize struggles happen and they end. And I think where I'm trying to go with this is that in the past, I guess some of you guys might relate to this, but in the past, if I started struggling, I would just keep struggling because I'm such a black and white thinker that I would think, oh, you're relapsing, too bad, oh well. And it would turn into this big thing. But it doesn't have to. You can stop it. I mean, if you were doing well in the past, you can do well in the future, and you can do well right now with whatever you're struggling with. It doesn't have to turn into this big, epic situation. And I think Jen was talking about this, like riding waves. Like, you just have to respond in a positive way. Like, I'm having trouble, but I'm responding in a more positive way, which is helping me move through it. And it's really interesting. Like, I started struggling more because one of my friends, I don't know what to call him. I don't know whether he's one of my friends, but he's just this guy that was like, people stare at you in the mall when we walk around, like when you walk and stuff. And first of all, that's an incredibly insensitive thing to say. Like, I have a communication degree, but it's insensitive whether you have one of those or not. But honestly, I've kind of blocked it out. Like, I don't like to think that people are staring at me. I don't know why they would, but I guess people do. And I don't know why he said it, but ever since I felt like people are just staring at me, and it's been really hard. But, that's something I have to accept, that people are going to look they are, and no matter what we struggle with, we can always move forward, and we can always deal with it in a more positive way. Like, I usually deal with my struggles, especially with cerebral palsy, really well, is I don't pay attention to people that stare. Like, I'm not looking for them to stare at me, and I don't know if that makes sense, but basically, I'm not watching to see if they will, and I don't usually notice it, and I'm going to try to move forward and not notice it again, because honestly, it's not that helpful. But as I've said in other videos, we're going to continue to struggle, and it's how we respond that's most important. And that's what I'm most proud of. One of my friends was asking me about how I live my life with the disability and how I go to work and how I deal with the psycho hours and how I do things other people can do without it being too hard for me. And you should always think you can do something, because thinking you can't is just an obstacle, and sometimes you just have to do it anyway. Like, if you're super tired and you don't think you can get through a work shift, thinking you can't is just an obstacle, because in the end you're going to have to do it anyway. So if you think that you can, that can help you out. So just try to block out any negative thoughts that you have and think positively. And that's another thing recovery's taught me. It's taught me to think positively and be strong and know that I can do it. And some people are like, Brianna, you have really high self-esteem, which I don't think that's true at all, but maybe I do, a little bit. But you have to think positively and know that you're going to be okay and know that you can do it. And you are going to keep struggling because that's part of life, but as long as you overcome it and respond in a positive way, it will all work out. And always have confidence in yourself, because it is true. People are going to have a harder time having confidence in you if you don't have confidence in yourself, because the world's a really ugly, crazy place, and it will tear you down sometimes, and sometimes all you have left is yourself, and you have to be confident in yourself, because no one's going to do that for you. Nobody's going to like you for you. You have to do that yourself. And sometimes at the end of the day, you're going to be the only one that can pick yourself back up. You can have support around you, but at the end of the day, you have to know that you can do it. And that's what recovery has taught me, that I could accomplish anything, and it makes me feel really strong to know what I've overcome. And everyone can do that, because we all have struggles, and struggles are an immense opportunity to grow. When you start struggling a lot, you're actually growing because you're gaining experience that you can talk about or share later. So going through struggle has definitely made me a more confident person, and it's taught me that ultimately life goes on. That's what recovery has taught me, to accept struggle and to keep moving forward, because sometimes it's the best we can do. I hope this made sense. I'm really, really tired, but I wanted to make a video anyway. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.